So testing mic to 3. Hey guys, it's Fire Latios here, and thank you once again for 20,000 subscribers. So we're going to look at this lineup here: Echo versus Blacklist International. Yes, this is a derby. M Series champions. Now this finally we have a series that we can cover. That something we can learn from everyone. Now this will be the lineup here. All have Sensui, Year, Edward, Harji. The best of the best. I really hope that we can get like an interesting match here, like a best of 3 series, because I think if we can get like all 3 games, that'll be good. But let's just hope it is. So we can check the head-to-head ratio here. But generally, Echo has a better result here. But I would say their crowd control might be a bit of a challenge because this is anybody's game. Blacklist are in a disadvantage right now. And we can see that outplay Zaida, Sanji, Sanford, their journey experience. You have 2 MDL here. But I think Blacklist is going to be on a bit huge struggle. Yeah, you can see the stats here. Generally, Echo has the better result here. I feel that the comfortable team with the ratio being higher overall compared to Blacklist. We're about a few minutes to start here. So let's see what they can in store for us here. Maybe we can see an upset here. Let's take a look at stats. Echo are in top of the standings. Second, to be honest. To be exact here, with Blacklist sitting at 5th place right now. We can hope that Echo maybe continue their run, or will Blacklist go on the downward spiral? We've seen 3 lose streak before. The only question is, how does Blacklist respond? They are in the 3-game losing streak. They lost to Onyx. So let's see how they're gonna come up on top here. You can see the keys to victory here. I think the key player is gonna be Kurt DZ here. I don't think Kurt DZ is playing right. Wait, which one is it? DZ? Yeah, DZ. But I would say whoever have the better setup here shall be the one in the favorite. That's my opinion, to be honest. Like, you can't expect me to think of anything. I want to give my prediction here. Comment down the predictions. I would say my honest prediction, it will be Blacklist to lose. I don't think Blacklist has what it takes to win. I'm sorry, but I think this will be a close game. Echo will be clinching out this series 2-1 here. So comment down in the chat below what is your expectation here and who is going to win this series. Will we Blacklist finally ending this streak, or will Echo continue to go for the express mode and keep maintaining the top 2 position for the playoffs here? Comment down below. We have about a couple of minutes to start here while we are waiting for it. In the meantime, let's see what expectation can be here. I think I see a lot of Blacklist in the comment section here, but with Blacklist sitting at 5th place right now, will Blacklist able to respond? That's the question. I would say it will be Echo because Echo journey more experience wise and overall still maintain on top. But I don't think Blacklist can maintain their composure here. They're looking backwards ever since the likes of B-Wise Duo is missing. So let's take a look at the ban rate here. It's gonna be Barats. Okay, I mentioned Barats is one of the most painful junglers right now. We have CC, Baxia, banned on side of Echo. On the right, we have the Matilda, Angela, and the Nolan banned. So we got the first pick here, and it will be the French in here. I think Blacklist could secure maybe an Uber strat, but with this meta being countered here, it's not worth trying anymore. So let's see what they're going to prepare here. Maybe they could try a Novara here, or they could potentially get one of the meta junglers, a Minotaur in bats. And yes, I did predict a Novara here, so my prediction is a bit spot on. And okay, they went for all out here. They decided to get the XP first. That's okay. And we have Minotaur here. Like I said, if you don't take Minotaur, it's going to be a risk because this cow is really painful, to be honest. The setup is going to be one of the most painful if you're not careful enough. I think they may take a mid laner here. I think they're gonna take a Vexana if it's open, but Nana and Aura could be alternatives here. But Vexana should be the first choice mid laner, unless they have other things in mind. Maybe you could take a gold laner carry if you want to counter it. But I would say Vexana could be the first choice. So let's see what Sanji is going to take here. Maybe it's going to be changed by Valentina. Okay, I think I may get this wrong a little bit, but Valentina is one of the correct picks. So let's see what they're going to take for the side of Edward here. Maybe something interesting. I think it's going to be for someone like an Akai. Okay, I think they managed to take an Akai, leaving them both gold laners missing and the XP for the side of Blacklist and Echo. They're gonna pick ban most of these options here, so I couldn't expect a carry ban to be perhaps, but I think maybe they could try to ban someone. Let's see, in song perhaps, but it's not likely here in this case. I think gonna ban someone like much more threatening, but I would say carry is gonna be expected to be banned. Yeah, I didn't predict it's on ban here. Okay, that was a surprising ban. They're gonna ban RDK as well for the support, but I think Hajiro. Oh yes, that makes sense. Waiting Arlo is going to be the XP, but I don't think that's possible here. But they want to ban RDK just to be on the safe side. So let's see here. I think there's still one more ban here. They're not banning anything here. But I would say carry is going to be a potential ban. If they can't take a proper marksman like carry, they have to ban it. Okay, it's going to ban export, which is something I'm not going to expect here. Honestly, I think Blacklist should have taken Minotaur first before Arlot. Don't get me wrong, Arlot's final size is very useful, but Minotaur's healing wise is going to be painful, especially with the new adjustment, which is yet to be implemented. The enrich heal is going to be one of the most damaging sources here. It's going to be like Estus 2.0. Okay, so nobody banned the gold laner properly. I think Harry's the only gold laner I can think of is banned. But this leaves to every other marksman open here. You can expect Claude, Carrie, Nathan, Ixia. One of these picks is going to be taken here. But I would say Carrie is the most likely to be taken. So let's see what Oheb's going to take. I don't think he's going to take the Filipino Sniper of Victory because that is not in the meta anymore. It's just very hard to implement in the first place. But I would think Oheb may take the carry first. Unless they want to get the EXP, which is not possible because I think Nathan, okay, I did say a Nathan is possible here. They could consider taking a carry now. I think this carry is suitable in this composition here. With a Valentina, they can just take the Vortex or even the Celestial Revelation from the Vara here. So this Valentina pick is going to be very strong in this lineup. The only question is how you're going to take here. Vendetta. Okay, Vendetta is quite a trend recently. Okay, Roger. I didn't expect. Yes, I forgot there's a Roger pick as well. So only Nathan was being selected, but this leads to the XP here. I think they could take a Ruby, perhaps, or maybe try a Lapu Lapu as another possibility. That is my predictions, but I would say Lapu Lapu will be a safe bet here to provide a diving composition here. They need someone who can sustain and dive in the process. So I would say Lapu will be the first choice, unless they have alternatives like a Ruby, which also works. But I'd say either of these picks will potentially be selected for Blacklist, because these are the most suitable options. But what do you think in the comments below? You think who has a better drafting here? So let's see who is gonna take here. Yes, I predicted the Ruby correctly. If you're not gonna take a Lapu, you're gonna take the Ruby instead. And that will be a Ruby roam. Okay, so we're expecting more like a tanky type of Arla and Ruby, both CC combined together is going to be very painful. It's like I'm offended Fire Slash. If synergized properly, right, Blacklist may have a lot of crowd control support on their hands, but I would say it was based on executions. If Echo can punish them for their poor results of their way of executing it, then Echo will be the better, most likely to be the ones in game number one. But this is still anybody's game. But I would say this is one of those high quality matches we have to expect here. Who's gonna win out? Comment below. And I would say it will be Echo securing game number one, despite Blacklist having the better control scenario. I don't think it's going to be enough here. And why do you think is going to win here? Will Echo Express be real, or Blacklist having a code that is yet to be broken? Although it's already down 3 times in the season. And here we go, game number one here in this stream feed. I'll be the one doing all the commentating and analysis here, so it's kind of a practice mode here. If I'm going to get selected for MPL SG Season 8 Dan roster, I think this will be a good time to train up. But back to the gameplay. So they're not gonna take Howdies anymore. I think it's pretty interesting that one of the best players of all time was not playing. But I think they're going for rotation perhaps. I don't know. Because Echo is a notorious case of, remember Yaoi? Yeah. That is one of the cases. But let's hope it's not gonna be another one. So you can see right here, you can take a look at item build right now. It's gonna be 3 flickers, 1 petrify. So Sanford pick up the old classic Metadata petrify station here. It's not exactly that bad, but that's one of the main crowd control sources here. So they had to be a bit careful. They can't afford to be too risky since they're already at level 4 at this point. Blacklist may try something new, but you have to see how they're going to execute in the next couple of seconds. But nowadays you have to expect like Romans on the golding side. Now times have changed. With the new recent adjustment of goldiness having their HP reduced, it's going to be natural for Romans to start protecting their goldiness on the top side or bottom, whichever start for either of them. But I think this meta has changed quite a lot here. What I like about MPL PH is their high quality of gameplay. Like serious. That's what they are very good at. But in all seriousness, like what other teams that didn't get to like stand out is their gameplay. That's what MPL PH tend to stand out. But then again, you have like 80 and 90% are technically boring. So only like the top tier matches are recognized as interesting gameplay. Let's see, going back to gameplay, it's going to be Sanji sticking out the turtle here. We may have first casualty of side Echo, but no blood has been drawn. Wait, it's going to be Haji taking out the first blood with all the pack coming in. The flicker is not going to do anything here. Sanford is still going to pick up the first blood here, and they're going to punish hard Blacklist. They were down 1.3k behind in about 3 minutes of the game here, and it's about to accelerate. Wow, this is not looking for Blacklist here. The code. Echo are figuring out the keys to open it here. But can Blacklist respond here? They are quite far behind for a 3-minute game over that is. It's not looking good. They have to start looking at this point here. Otherwise, Echo will start knocking in on the doors of Blacklist base in a couple of minutes. By 10, sorry, about 12 minutes to be exact. This is not looking good here. Despite having like a mob control gameplay, right, they can't like have the synergy. The combination of I and Fender and Fire Slash doesn't sync up together. This allows Echo opportunity to punish them for their mistakes and forcing the goal lead to be on their side, leaving Blacklist a staple to climb here if they want to get back into this. They have to be really careful. Remember, their jungler is an MDL player, so we have to keep in mind. Blacklist already have like most of the M5 roster here, so it's pretty much unacceptable if Blacklist are falling behind by a large margin here. It's not going to be looking good. Question is whether Blacklist can respond will be another thing here, but Echo, they're not giving Blacklist some breather here. Whatever they try to do right, Echo is able to respond pretty nicely overall. But even though the goalie a little bit shifted to the side of Blacklist, but they still have a healthy amount of goal lead. retaining even possibility like extending it further here. This Blacklist are going to be punished out with Edward nowhere to run here, and Sanford is able to pick up the kill. 2-0 for the Wales here. They're having a whale of the time while Blacklist are struggling here. All their problems has been popping up for them to see. This is a disaster coming from Blacklist here. They already secured the second turret at this point. What can Echo even do it here? They have nowhere to run. Blacklist, they are forced to zone out. Echo knows all parameters of Blacklist code. It's coming here. Edward's going to be a little bit of mess here. They're trying to capture with the Fraser's Web. I think you not making it in time here with Sanford taking on the killing spree. And Echo are responding hard, but they're able to pick it up. A little bit of competition on top side for the side of Blacklist, but it's not going to be enough here. It's going to be a fair trade for either side here. So both of them lose a couple of turrets in total. No, if you're the MPL skin codes, no. They're not going to provide here, but I'm just going to give like some practice on commentary and give it like some like view from my perspective here. So I hope you can enjoy it. Please don't expect anything. We're trying to slow down our flow for the time being here. We promise to have more giveaways in the future, but for the time being, we just have to give it like a temporary stop here. We need to stop the flow. Wow, this is not looking good for Black this year. Despite having a better crowd control opposition, right? Echo is able to have the damage potential as a whole. There's nothing Blacklist could do here. Every time they try to do something right, Echo is able to push them back. They know how to zone out their opponents here, allowing Echo to take objectives one by one. This is the one of the few things that make MPL somewhat a little bit of boring. I could agree a little bit of a sector here. Stanford getting caught by an offender, but it's still going to be punished out all hardware with a rampage coming in, and the spin comes in from Sanji. Is not going to be enough here. Blacklist are forced to push them further here. Echo sees more objectives as they go. Wow, this is really a walking disaster here. Every minute is getting from bad to worse here. And Blacklist do not respond here. They have zero code yet to be decoded. And Echo finds a way to open up Blacklist defenses here. With the fire tunnel set to be completely taken for free, what can Blacklist do at this point? There's no time to wait for a late game here, as long as the counters are measured. And his Sensei caught in the corner here with Sanford all chasing in here. Maybe he could make it out alive here, but with 4 members caught in here, he's not gonna make it out alive, even with the heavy spin. Maybe he could make it out alive. Oh my goodness, he just barely did. Just barely. But that is not going to be enough here. Blacklist are still 6k gold behind. That is a bad statement if you ask me. And you're coming in hard here. Sanford is able to run away just a little bit here, but with little space for them to run here. Blacklist are forced in the corner here, coming in with a knock here, and Haji will be taken out here by outplay, and the fire speed called out O'Hare on the suppression, with Echo taking out 2-0 and 1 extra turret. And this is looking back from worse for the side of Blacklist here. They are torn down in just 8 minutes. About 8k gold at this point here for the side of the agents. What can they even do to try to respond back here? They don't have any answer at this point. And at this point here, Echo are seen to try and secure game number 1 as fast as they can here. This is getting a little bit of one-sided at this point. Let's take a look at the replay here in about 3 seconds here. We want to see what is going on, how they will execute this so nicely here. It's coming here. This is where JB was even knocking up Kamsi here with the timing and the flicker, knocking out 3 of them in the process here, leaving O'Hare suppressed by the heavy spin using IMU feature. With Echo should be able to take the first lot for free unless Blacklist try to contest, which is totally not possible here considering they're outgunned and outnumbered. Wow, this is going to be pretty terrible for the side of the agents here. I know they're trying to keep up here, but with the Echo Express knocking in, there's nothing they can do. Unless, even if Sensui trying to steal the lot successfully, right? There's nothing much could be done here. They could take this lot completely for free. They know they lost pretty much most of the turrets this early. and they could secure it for free. With Century way too far to secure it, and they have the Lord here, about 10k at this point here. Like this move, don't have anything to protect themselves here. Even when they're being exposed, right, they have nowhere to run here. The damage was just too minimal to consider a threat for the side of Echo. And Echo knew this, so they're able to punish them hard for it. That's why they're able to space it up so nicely. The first lot touching in here. Can Black is able to pull out successful defense, but they're going to expect a casualties on the tower basis. They're going to lose at least 1 to 2 or perhaps all 4 should the worst scenario be happening. But Echo should be able to snowball hard in this point here. Any small mistake could be potentially deadly here. Coming in here, they will disengage nicely. Sanford is able to use the second skill to get away here. Now they just need to wait for the Lord before they go for an all-out assault. They have to play it out here. Blacklist, they knew they can't defend on all 3 sides here. So need to prioritize which turret needs to be safe here. They may lose 1 to 2 or maybe all 4. And they go trudging in here. JP could potentially be caught here despite getting knocked up here. All have able defended quite nicely here with the final blow. When they pick it up here, no! In fact, Blackley is able to punish them hard for it. They're going to losing members left to right here. I don't think they're able to get one back. It's going to be a 4-1 trade here. What is going on? Blacklist, they're able to respond with 4-1 exchange. Oh my goodness, what the hell is going on for the side of Echo? But the agent's able to respond it. It was a successful defense, and now this is a sign of a breather here. Let's hope Echo don't being punished hard for this error here. This could be costly. Wow, this is really not looking right for side Echo here. They have the huge lead, and now they still have a little bit of 6k at this point, but when you compare it to 9k just a minute ago, they lost quite a bit here. And it's a negative goal benefit. This Lord attempt was a complete failure for the side of the wave occurs. You only get the turret down almost on the top side, but it's not going to be enough. Blacklist is able to get some rollback following a bunch of shutdowns with about 25 seconds into the Lord phase. Let's see how Echo able to protect themselves this time around here. They can't afford to make mistakes like these. Like I mentioned earlier, this Blacklist crowd control opposition is going to be very lethal here if they synergize properly. And that's what Blacklist is able to finally make full use of it. Just they're able to recover a little bit of the goal lead, but they're still quite behind here. 6k is still a pretty big number for a 12-minute mark. So Echo is going to set up the Lord just in a few moments, but I think Blacklist can contest it this time around here instead of being completely dominated. The snowball pretty much died out a little bit. So let's see how the Blacklist is going to respond here. They're going to start up the Lord at this point here. If all have the key player, they need to try and get the Lord here and force a retreat battle. The only way Echo can secure it is force Sentry out in a position where he's not able to secure it in time. And here we go, coming finds Sanford is potentially caught here with the Angry Cow airborne here. It's not going to be enough here. Edward picks up the killing experience, but who's going to secure the Lord? It will be Zyla here. And Blacklist knew they had to disengage here. Pick up 2-0 and a Lord. Wow, this is not looking good for the side of the agents here. They thought of some breather here, but Echo able to regain control just nicely. It's a pretty nice way to bounce back from what could be a potential throw. All they need now is a proper push from the top and mid side here, giving it maximum pressure, forcing Blacklist to defend on all sides here, resulting them Echo the best chance to try and end game number 1 for themselves. They need to take every game count here. Remember, winner of this series will secure all 3 points regardless of how it ends. With a lot coming in here. Let's see what Echo can try to do here. They knew they had to respect the damage of Oheb here. It's coming quite a threat to the side of the whales. They need to know how to counter it. They need a proper suppression. Then here it comes, the final stash here. It could be enough at this point here, with Sanjay being caught in the rhythm of the position, but he's still able to make it out alive here. I don't think Outplay is going to chase it back in time here, but they're still able to get one death away from the side Echo here. They had to disengage here. Black is still able to hold on to this, but they lose the top side of turret, leaving only 2 turrets to defend here. But it's still pretty much a decent defense. Echo is still able to hold up pretty nicely. They still have one turret lost overall, so Echo have the turret advantage. But Blacklist may try to respond back here. With Sanford out of the picture for the time being. They may try to open up here with Iron Fender caught in a Haji here. Sanji have no time to respond, and this melted disintegrator pretty much quickly here. Blacklist are trying to open up here. They're forcing Echo to back away here. Able to respond pretty nicely overall. Wow, this is the derby I'm talking about here. Now this we're talking. Now Blacklist is finally able to use the composition of Ruby and the Arlok properly. Not the stages where they're struggling to make an impact here. As long OHAP was like pretty much on the farm, but now the goalie's pretty much about to be even at this point with goalie becoming irrelevant. Blacklist should be able to punish them hard using the crowd control options at a nice field. They just need to focus. They need to combine OHAP's strong power, dangerous damage. You need Ye to give vision. Then that's where the heavy spin can come in very handy. They need to suppress outplay here because that is Echo's biggest marksman damage deal here right now. And no, Zaida is not going to do much here. He's not going to do much. So far, Black is able to wake up here. They're supposed to end this at 12 minutes, but for some reason, what could be a very bad throw for side of Echo here, they're wasting opportunities. And Edward could punish them hard when it comes to the third lot here. They may anything can happen here. They just need to prioritize more on the top side for the side of Blacklist, and they should be fine. Because that's where the damage of OHAP starts to really hurt. The Nathan damage wise, it could be too much to handle. They have to start respecting this damage here. The time traveler could potentially be the key man if Blacklist want to secure game number 1 for themselves. Now this is anybody's game here. No room for error. And no room for mistakes. Is Echo really on the throw here and being punished for me? I don't know yet. But Echo may still redeem a little bit of themselves. But with Blacklist able to finally contest it properly, I don't think Echo will like this scenario here. Unless they are trying something new. So they need like a heavy spin to push Zaida away here, coming in, forcing it here. JP is melting this here. They're not respecting the damage of OF here. This Nathan is pretty much too powerful for the side of Echo here. They lost out the Roman here, but check a look at outplay here. He may get something here with the shutdown, unstoppable streak. But here comes the snipe coming here. Is an all-out skirmish here. Essentially could potentially be next here. I think Edward may have to run here. Oh my goodness, what a double snipe coming in from here. But I don't think that will be enough here. This wolf will be a lethal hunter. And Zaida is able to pick up here to 4-1. And this is not going to be enough. It all comes down to here. But I think it's far too late here. Echo secure game number 1. And Blacklist couldn't respond on time. It was a very good series overall. With Outbay being the man of the match. And without him, where would they stand without him? Blacklist didn't able to fully utilize it, but as soon as it got shut down on the Nathan here, that's where everything crumbles apart for the agents here. They have no damage output. They have to back away from the corner. Yet try everything, but it's far from enough here. Well played. Game number 1 goes to the side of the Orcs. Don't get me wrong, Blacklist play a really interesting game here. Echo really have a hard time ending the game, but outplay was at the top. That's what made the Orcas really strong here. No duty, no problem. Because Outcast can resemble a little bit of that here. And agents, they could be decoded game by game here. But overall, I would say it's still anybody's game if Echo really throws this hard. But even without the 19 goalie, right, they're still able to close it. They know where are the priorities. Even though MPL PH may have a little bit of controversy based on the production-wise, I feel that's why I feel it's a wasted potential. But the quality of these games make it so good. It's like they know how to secure objectives. They know where are the priorities. They know how to engage here. And there is MLBB is outplayed here. And I predicted it 100% on this MVP. He's the outstanding Roger player here and is the key to ensure the victory. You take a look at the item build here. He went for the killing spree with a Windtalker, Endless Battle, Half Claws, the Great Dragon Spear, and Mortality wise. But overall, he got the nice number, 69% participation here. Congratulations to Echo securing game number 1, but it's not over yet. They still have one more to go if they want to go for a clean sweep. But at least Blacklist may try something new. They may try to respond back, but I feel that is pretty much unlikely at this point. And let's see how. Let's take a look at the replay here. See how they able to respond pretty nicely here for the side of Echo Philippines. Blacklist have really no answer to this here. Look at Sanford is able to pick up a nice killing spree with the Benedetta using Petrify. They're trying to go for all offense, but this is where the conclusion was really much set up nicely here. They did the pressure very well here, but this is where the troll starts coming for the side Echo. Despite having an almost 10k goalie, they're being punished for diving way too excessively. And Blacklist is able to respond back just a little bit here, but that is far from enough. And the second lot here, they try to take the Retri battle here, but it's not enough here. Essentially, did try to contest it, but it wasn't enough here. With Zyda securing it with the Praise's wave combo. And Blacklist forced to disengage at this point. That's where the third lot comes in. This is where the mistakes of Blacklist come in. Even though all has secured a rampage here, but all help was somehow caught by outplay here. And that's where Year is able to try to reduce the damage here. They managed to pick up Sanford and Sanjay at the same time, but it's far from enough. The damage output I mentioned was too minimal. And if only a support like doing this much damage, but not as much as the XP, it's not going to be sufficient here. And Echo is able to take all objectives secured. And that's how they will secure game number 1. And it's a very, very disappointing ending for Blacklist here. And not to mention, almost being 10k behind is really an understatement from being world champions to this. Look at this. No objectives secured, no neutral objectives. No Lord, not even a single thorough. And and I'm not going to talk much about goalie here because Echo generally have a bad throw. But I would say it's pretty much a very disappointing result for the side of the agents. Look at this, take a look at item build here. Most of it are like damage wise that is the primary source here because look at the physical. It's just pretty much minimal. The Fury Hammer is not going to cut it here. So Radiant Armor will naturally be the priority build here. And take a look. Sanford is able to build like mostly damage here with Blade of Habitus, Endless Battle, Malefic Roar, Oracle, and Immortality wise, it just wasn't enough. And overall, it comes out as a pretty disappointing result here for the side of Echo. Don't get me wrong, Blacklist did play very well here, but look at the damage dealt here. It's pretty much a little bit of the same, but most of it really comes from Ye here, which is very disappointing because even support deals more damage than a marksman, right? Something is clearly wrong with the damage opposition here. It's like it's very unbalanced. And overall, I think Blacklist doesn't deserve to win this game. They tried hard. They tried to punish Echo for their throw, but it wasn't enough. Look at the heat map with Zyda here. He's pretty much all over the map here. So you're able to secure the objectives pretty nicely here. Mostly in the bottom side of the jungle part here. Yeah, you rarely see him on the top side here. You can see the heat map mostly on the bottom left here. Yeah, you can see the flow of it, but it's just not much here. It ended on a sour note. But Blacklist is still far from being over here. They still have a couple more games to go, but I would say it's still not enough. They need a performance better than this year. So unless Echo is able to wake up nicely, I don't think it's going to be enough here. We're going for a bit of a short break and I'm coming back in about a few minutes. Okay, welcome back to the stream here. It took quite a while here, but I would say game number two could be underway in a few moments' time. But it really comes as a disappointing start to Black this year. They are struggling right now here. Echo Express are so far thriving. But if you look at the win rate of Black this, right, it's getting from bad to worse. Unless like they could have a response here for game number two, which could force like 3 games here, which I want to see. But the way they play in the first game, right, is not gonna be enough. They may try to go for a long duration wise, but I don't see that happening. So we're gonna have like short interview in the meantime, sir. So we're gonna be right back just for a little bit here, and I don't think we can expect anything because I don't think I'm interested in listening to the conversation here. I'm so sorry. Considering all the drama they have been recently, I think we can talk about one thing. Pretty much the standings here. So we're gonna show you MPL PH rankings. Yeah, I can give you like a rough idea how they're standing right now while we wait. So this is how they're gonna stand right here. I don't think Echo is gonna make it into like first place, right? But they are gonna be one of the top seeds, like in the top three. They just need to get at least third and above, and they should be fine. Because even if we get like a top seed first, right, it doesn't mean much. But I think look at Black this year, they're struggling very hard. 7 points is really a big understatement. Like 7 points. It's a very worrying number here. So comment down in the chat below. You think Blacklist were able to respond from this setback, or were Echo able to secure all 3 points and push themselves into second place? Which I think most likely be the case here because Blacklist could potentially be. I don't say they're not eliminated, but they're gonna start from the very bottom in the playoffs, which is not one a lot of people want to see here. But if you look at the number of games they lost so far, 5-7. That means you lost more games than you actually won. And look at Echo. They may lost 3, but they won at least 9. So that means that percentage is 75% win rate. While Blacklist on the other hand are struggling with only 40% of match win rate and 41% game rate here. So that's why I feel like Blacklist are not gonna thrive in this derby. Even though it's like two challenges battle, but I would say Echo is gonna top them over here. If game number two about to come underway here, oh, there's no in this space because there's no volume from the clean feed. So I'm not gonna expect anything. Yeah, if Blacklist really finish like 56, right? This is how they're gonna end. Here. They will play in the May of 22, which is next month. But they have to start from round one here. Like if you battle for sixth place, this is for this one. Round two is still not even safe. You don't even get a double chance. You need at least upper bracket semifinals, which is top three in other words, to consider yourself plenty of chances of getting into the grand finals, which is take it to MSC, which is the most important thing. But I would say Blacklist, they're not gonna get MSC this time around. I feel like they have zero confidence in themselves. And you look at Minama Eagles are being the better team, right? You really know that something is going on with the agents. I'm not saying they're bad, but their downfall is really hard and it's very noticeable at this point. But how this roster went from being one of the best, right? Like this roster is fine, but I just don't understand how they are struggling so hard. Is it because of without the presence of B-Wise? Because I feel like the jungler is also an issue here. He's making a lot of mistakes. Haji doesn't have the synergy of the Venus, which I feel like in my opinion. No, there's no giveaway here. Please stop asking for codes, thank you. So let's get back into the match here. We still have a couple more minutes. I don't know why they're taking a bit too long for this, but let's just wait and see. But look at Echo roster here. Yeah, Carl DZ is not playing here. He's not even the starter for today's derby. Instead, we have someone like Outplay and Zaida. That means you have replacing two of these top players as rotation. Maybe I think it's a rotation case wise, but so far Echo they're looking out front. Let's just hope. Well, we're still waiting for game number two to start, which I don't think it's gonna start anytime soon. Maybe we still have a couple minutes to discuss here. What do you think? Who is gonna win like game number 2 in your opinion? Comment down in the predictions below. And look at this MVP rate. I think this Kara move, right? Ever since like Omega did not want to sign it anymore, right? Look at how Omega Esports has been playing. This is terrible. It feels like I'm seeing two different teams of being the most dominant team to being the most dominated. Like the gap has been very obvious here. I'm sorry to Omega here, right? But I think there's something very wrong with the roster changes. Like, why do you have many as 10 players playing? That's way too excessive. And honestly, I think it's not gonna do much here. Okay, we're going back into the match number 2. It's been quite a while here, but I would say game number 2 about to start anytime soon here. So we're gonna give some predictions, who's gonna win game number 2 here. And I hope that you all can give us like a proper estimation of who's gonna win this series here. I say 70% of you vote for Echo, which is a very fair, respective amount here. I also voting for Echo to win as well because look at how bad is it being. They're pretty terrible as a whole. So it's no surprise here if Blacklist is gonna lose this second game here. But unless they want to make this series interesting, unless. But I would say Blacklist are not gonna win the second game. Like no matter what lineup we're gonna play, it's not gonna work. And let's just hope like Blacklist can wake up, but I don't see that happening. With this type of lineup here, like Echo is going to be thriving even without two of their biggest men. So take a look at the lineup here. Here we go. Drafting game number 2 finally underway here. Can Blacklist respond? We take a look at the drafting phase here. Angela Nolan has been banned from the side of the Blacklist. While on the red side here, it's gonna be Fragile and Matilda here. All 4 of these are meta picks aside from Angela, which could be a rotational pick scenario here, but I don't think that's the case. But I'll say they're gonna ban out the Bantina here as a respect ban for Satji. They're most likely gonna ban out someone like maybe a Nathan here. They may potentially ban a marksman. But I would say they most likely ban a Minotaur here, which could be a potentially a threat. But unless they want to take it here, which something that Echo doesn't want here because they are the last ban before we go to the first selection phase. Hey, hello, welcome to the stream here. If you are new here, hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you all for 20,000 subscribers for those who have joined. And they banned the CC here. Okay, this is pretty interesting because CC has been banned frequently. So thank you very much for watching the stream. I will take a look at the drafting phase here. They already have banned all 3 sides for both Blacklist and Echo. Let's see what they're gonna try here. They may try to take someone like a Minotaur perhaps. Like if they want to take the meta picks here. Or they could try like someone new. Maybe you can take like a marksman carry. So they want to take it all out first. Okay. Wow, this is going to be interesting here. All-out pick is going to be pretty interesting. But let's see what Echo is going to take here. They may have to take a Minotaur here. I did predict that if they cannot take the Minotaur, you have to take it. And they take the Novara pick as well here. That's going to be 1 mid laner and 1 roamer for the side of the Orcus. And Blacklist they may take someone like potentially a Fragile again. Perhaps, but Hachi could take someone, maybe, just maybe, a Ruby pick again. I think they could try this combo, but I don't think this is going to work like second time I'm asking. So they may want to pick on someone else here. So going to take a Buckster here. Okay, so they're going to rely on fast mobility and core control. And they're going to take a Lida here. So there's not going to be much about core control for a side of mid lane. But to be fair, Echo doesn't have much either here. They're going to slow their opponents down at best. Which is kind of a bit of a downside in team fighting, but the damage output potential is going to be pretty high. And that's what I want to see here. Maybe you could see like a brand new jungler pick. So they're going to take a Barats here. Okay, Barats is going to be one of the most dangerous junglers in the game. Not to mention the Dino here is going to be super tanky. If they're not careful with it, this dino could run riot. And we may say something like very interesting, but as for Mantros running a riot around, nothing can be done. They're going to rely heavily on their crowd control combos. Take a look at the second band here. They're going to need to ban out most of the marksmen here. They're going to need to ban the D. Okay, it's kind of a respect ban, but they're going to need to ban someone like a Nathan perhaps. But Benedetta has been banned as well because Sanford, that is a respectful ban. They're most likely going to ban out a marksman here in this case. I think they're going to ban out the carry or a Nathan, to be precise. Because Nathan, but they're going to ban out the Hari as well. Okay, they may try to ban out one more pick here. This could be an EXP pick or a marksman for the side of Blacklist. They had to ban either of this. So X1 could be a first choice. They're going to ban the Paquito here. The Boxer is going to be really ruthless here when it comes to damage potential wise. The burst is going to be pretty strong if they're going to take it. Let's take a look at their lineup. Now we're going to take like maybe a Roger again because Roger is pretty much open. But they may take alternatives like a carry or maybe even a carry. Yes, they're going to take carry. Fine. But this gives like Blacklist the opportunity to take the Roger for themselves if they want to like a chaser here, which synergize very well with the Baxia here because both of them are capable of chasing at this point. I would say my prediction on the second game, it should be Echo. But unless Blacklist has something to say, it's going to take the clock pick all right here. So the Rome is going to be Ruby again. It's most likely be the little girl, but I may see a brand new Romer here. Maybe someone like a Kufa, I don't think that's going to happen, but I expect a Ruby pick to be taken here. Wait, what? Grok? Oh, okay. Not what I was expecting though. And we ended here with the Joy pick. Okay, wait a minute. This doesn't look right here. They're gonna play EXP Barrage. Wait, what the hell? Wait, what the heck? Chat. Barrage EXP. Wait. Is Echo really throwing? Wait, no, I can't take this. What is going on, chat? Wow. And a Barrage EXP. And nobody sees this coming to us. Like, why? Why? This is why. If they can make like Barrage EXP work, right? But this is Echo to be honest. So they may try anything to work. But match number 3, match 3, game number 2 underway here. With a strong competition coming in from Blacklist and Echo respectively. It's going to be a 50-50 match here. Who is going to secure game number 2? Will it be a clean sweep? Or Blacklist can force it out to a game number 3? We have to find out in the meantime here. But I would say Echo may be the ones to close it out. So it's all up to the players here. The execution is going to be vital. So it's going to be a Joy jungler here. Wait, so you basically have 2 junglers, but you put one in the XP position? Like, I don't know how Sanford is going to strive using a Barrage here. I mean, a Rock Roll make perfect sense in XP, but I don't understand. How? Like, chat, how? If anything can work, it will be Echo, but they have to be very careful here. It's either trying to chip away Haji here, but it's not going to be enough here. Because the damage is minimal here, with Sanji being zoned out pretty badly. I think Blacklist may have a better drafting here in the early phase, but if they cannot synergize well in this draft, right, in this competition here, then Blacklist may be the ones to struggle in the late game. But let's see how they're going to shape up in this game. They need to win it or else they won't have a stand chance to make it into the top 3 here. They have almost none to begin with. But they're going to be even further behind here, almost losing out to 6th place Minerva Evolves. If should they lose this series tonight, they can't afford to make any more losses. It's all up at Blacklist now. Blacklist have a little bit of slightly, but I think it's kind of minimal at this point here. The middle weight zone out here. I'll have Maven to pick up here, but I don't think that's going to do anything. With Zyda still at level 3 at this point here. It's only Sentry is level 4. Everyone else is still stuck at level 3, which is quite a bit slow in my opinion here. So there will be no total engagement just yet. But we see Sentry is already starting out here. I don't think they'll try anything here. So Black is finally able to secure neutral objectives. And Sanji is able to understeal it. So it's going to be a total for free here. Almost technically. But Blacklist, I think the agents may get a code this time around, but I can't say that is a good possibility here. It's kind of slim, in my opinion. It's pretty slim. But Blacklists are playing really good right now. They're zoning pretty nicely, but Echo, what can they do? They knew they don't have much to move around here, especially when you have Zyda constantly zone out easily by essentially even one-on-one situation here. The damage will be easily countered with a one radiant armor. That's where Echo had to start thinking, how are you going to engage them? Do you want to go for a pick-off or do you want to try a force T5, which could not go into favor in either scenario? But Blacklist should be able to strive here, but this is their early game scenario. They have to fully prioritize on this lineup here. If not, they couldn't do much in the late phase. So they had to be very spot on these decisions here. One wrong execution and Echo could punish them hard for it. They had to stay focused. So far, nothing interesting come out yet. We still yet to see first blood here. They're way too disciplined at this point. It's like Echo are not giving Blacklist a chance to even get a single pickup at this point. They knew the risk. When it comes to objective base wise, Blacklist able to control it much better here. But we have to see how the next couple of minutes will shape up here. For now, it's gonna be nothing much as the Blacklist able to zone them out a little bit with a 1k goldie perhaps, but it's quite slim in the 4th minute here. It's nothing much. We may see something interesting here. They may try to go for a little bit here, but they have to respect the damage here. Like, neither side really want to go for it here. Nobody's trying to go for engagements. They're trying to trying to back off here as much as they can. They're not engaging much at this point. But with this turn coming around, maybe we could finally see something interesting. Maybe we could see first blood drawn. But so far they're playing way too passive here for both sides here. Like they're really playing the long game out, see who makes the mistakes first. That's what they're trying to do here, but nothing much has come out here. It's getting bland here with a second total reset already at this point. There's nothing to be talked about here. Like about 600, the goalie has pretty much gone for a little bit for the side of Black this year, but let's see something interesting. Century is able to pick it up the second total of the game here, but has a force here. Echo maybe have nowhere to run here. They may try to get a couple pickups, but no. Again, there's no more engagement after this. They are disengaged pretty easily. They're staying way too disciplined right now. There's no thrill, there's no excitement. If I'm going to be very honest here, there's nothing much to talk about here. With zero pickoff, zero engagement, they're staying way too passive. And Cypher may try to get something with the final stash here. I think there's nowhere to run for the side of Barrage here. We may finally see the first blood drawn, and yes, Edward sees the first. And they are looking really good right now here. They're able to use this early game drafting phase really nicely. And finally, we have a first blood drawn after more than 5 minutes of gameplay. And Zaya is trapped in the corner here. They may try a final snatch in rotation. They have one rotation again. Yes, Zaya will be taken out here. There's nothing can be done on the top side. And Blackness, they are able to open up pretty nicely here. With the radiant armor coming in for Edward here. It's going to be a difficult case for Echo here. Sanju will not be able to do much damage at this point, as well as Zyda. There's a good chance that Blacklist is able to take game number 2 here, but this we have to see how the late game space is going to be like for Blacklist. They have to stay focused here. JP may be caught here with the Echo. Maybe say a little bit here. RG still unable to make it out alive here without purifying rotation. Blacklist is able to punish a little bit back with Echo securing one kill back. But here it is. Able to pick it up a radiant arm beside Sanford. So Blacklist and Echo is able to have some defenders on their own, but Blacklist still the one coming out top here. The turret spawn in 30 seconds. I think they're going to get this turret here using the red tree. There's nothing much Zyna could do here against this box here because it's way too tanky to begin with. You couldn't try like anything. Maybe you could try go for like other objectives like the turret in advance. I don't think they should focus on the turret anymore here. Even without the red tree, there's nothing much they could do here. They have to time the red tree just 90. I think they still managed to get it. Zyda is able to pick it up with the red tree, considering Sentry using on the red buff instead. And take a look at the bottom side here. Outplay is able to pick up on Ohab here. So Echo did find some compensation with a combination of a turret and one pick off on the bottom side with turret as a bonus. And Blacklist is unable to capitalize this early game lead here. They're now being punished for it. And Echo knows every single error could become very costly. Now this is not looking good here. Welcome to the stream here. Let's hope we can have more and more people watching this. We have about 22 people, 20 plus people right now here. So this is game number 2 at this point. I was hoping we could see like a whole 3-game series, but Blacklist so far they're unable to capitalize this goal lead at this point. It's kind of a waste. And I feel like this is a disaster for the agents here. This is the gameplay of early phase here. Sentry is able to sustain very well here, but if you look at Haji and have been pawned hard here, and now maybe they could get one more compensation with skirmish coming out from the bottom side here. They may try something here, but without minions to engage here on the bottom side, they're forced to back away. And Echo, so far, they're able to recover a little bit nicely here. They're quite behind initially, but with only 4 casualties, with 2 on either side, anything can still happen here. It's all about how they're going to execute in the next couple of minutes. Then that's where we know who's going to be coming out on top here. This goalie is pretty much nothing to either side here because it's a 50-50 game. Blacklists are more controllable in second game, but they're being wasteful here. They're unable to capitalize their lead properly, and Echo is able to turn it around for some reason. And that is not what you want if you are Blacklist taking the lead. They need to utilize this using the leader and all that, but so far nothing's working. And Oham's the only one who may save them in the early game here, late game phase, but it's still anyone's at this point. They can't afford to make any silly mistakes. They may both teams are trying to settle a lot here. Echo are trying to go for a pickup here, maybe get top side here. So they have a little bit of a lead, just a little bit, but Zaida is able to use the Joy pretty nicely to go for split objectives. But how can Sanford going to do with the Barats here? The only thing they could try here is to scoop up or even Year possibly to prevent the Black Shoes or Blazing the Way to activate right on time for the side of Blacklist. And that's the only way the Barats can be utilized properly here because he's not a jungler in this game. I've seen mid Barats before, but never an EXP Barats. It's kind of a confusing pick. My only question is basically like, why? Just why? I mean, you're trying to be creative, but this is not how it's supposed to be this creative. I don't think this is going to utilize it properly. Maybe you could try something here. I was hoping Blacklist may take game number 2 if you want to get like a maximum series advantage, but I don't see that happening because Echo, their objective base is much more secure compared to the agents. And so far they're staying very disciplined here. With only 4 casualties, there's nothing much to talk about here. But I would say this is anybody's game at this point. Like you can't determine who will be the one coming out top. You really don't, to be honest. It's all up to this lot here. Maybe they can try something here, but Echo, they are about to clear out this lot here. But maybe Sentry could try the contest here. Who is going to secure the lot here? It will be Sentry for some reason. He managed to pick it up here. And Echo, they lost it out on this fight here. 3-1 loss. And Blacklist with only 1 casualty. And that will be Haji, which is the minimum case of the casualty wise. Echo, they have been punched for it. Blacklist able to utilize his. And so far they are trying to recover the losses here. Coming in the Blazer, almost Sanjimi melted away and try to do the Astrosphere on Ohab, but he's still alive here, well and alive. Let's take a look at this replay here, coming in here. Let's have to see what is going on. How they're able to secure this lot and go for a couple of pickups in the process. That is able to secure up here. Yeah, is able to punish them hard for it here. A double kill using the Black Shoes to get some like healing process. And Blacklist, they're finally able to utilize this draft properly on game number 2. But they have to fight and end this game once and for all here if they want to force a game number 3, which could be potentially likely. And I think Echo have no response to this because a combination of Fire Slash and a wild charge here, like this, there's nothing Orcus can do here. They have to wait for it. All can Sanford do right. There's nothing much. Echo is being back into the corner, and now there's nothing left but aiming the turrets for Echo to defend here. So this is like Black needs some turret clearance easily. And this is not what Echo wants to see. Because Echo needs like how do we describe this? Echo is unable to zone it out here. The overall sentry is still able to retrieve pretty nicely here. I did mention that the retrieve was a pretty much a miss. But so far the Asians are pretty nice as a result. They're doing fine. But it all comes down to a couple of moments here. Let's see how Black East will compromise in the next couple of minutes here. And that will be critical. After live stream now. Uh, they're trying to force them away here. They're trying to secure the blue buff here, which is not going to be worth trying here. They have to back away here. Zyda still able to pick it up here. But with about more than 30 seconds here, this red tree battle is pretty much a wastage here because Zyda could still get pretty nicely. But Black is they still able to pick it up here at this point. But I would say outplay is very spot on here. Despite the team being behind, right? They're able to go for survival pretty nicely here, despite losing majority of the team fights. With only like 5 and 3 for Blacklist and Echo respectively, there's nothing much to talk because they are playing a little bit too passive. There's too much discipline going on here, so you can't feel the skirmishes going on here. There's no aggression. The aggressiveness level is pretty much minimal. Coming with a fine set here, Stanford could potentially be caught here and try to gobble out on Weir here. Maybe they're gonna come up with something. He managed back away with the flicker here, but Ohab will be punished out here, and this is the walking disaster here. Zyla even pick it up on Sentry here. They could take this lot completely for free, and there's nothing much they just could do at this point here. Echo Express is on the top, securing second lot in the process. This is a walking disaster here for the agents here. They have the lead a while ago with about 4k at this point, but now it's completely gone and Echo recontrol this lead again. But it's about to get back to worse here. They're trying to open up here, extending this lead to a little bit more than just a couple of down goal leads. It's going to be more at this point. They just need to open up here from mid and bottom side. Wow, this is really terrible here. Echo. There's nothing much they could try to do at this point. All they can do now is wait. And now they're trying to zone in hard, really nicely here. They have to back here, coming with the Lord Charge coming on the top side here. They may try to get a couple of inner turrets on the top side, but I don't think it's going to happen here. Another successful defense here. With Zyda able to get with the rim using the crowd control effectiveness. And so far, there's nothing much to talk about here. No even turrets gone, but Blacklist are a little bit of disadvantage here. The next, should they lose this next slot, right? They're gonna lose that top emitter on the top side here, so that's not exactly what they want. So Blacklist had to be very cautious here. This kind of competition is losing its scale on the late game phase here. If only Ohab as the primary source of damage dealer and combination of gear, it's not going to be enough. They don't have much susceptibility. The crowd control is pretty much a bit minimal in my opinion, and it's going to get a bit of worrying signs. Yeah, this derby is looking very interesting here. It's a pretty much a close fight, but I don't see Black coming out on top here with the Red Beam coming in, forcing gear on the Black shoes again. What can they do at this point? And they take a red chip battle once again. Sanji Saida is able to pick it out on the purple buff. About 60 seconds to go here. Apple are on the front. With the lot advantage here, they even take 4.5k gold in total within this lot attempt. And damage turn wise is almost 20k as a whole, leaving Echo to a big advantage in this late game phase here. They may try something new. And this is where Blacklist are struggling here. Now, I did say the skating is going to fall so hard here, but now it's going to be falling harder than expected here. So Asians have to think of something here. with Sanford being this tanky here, but his crowd control is going to be vital here. With a combination of the second skill and alt here, whoever's get gobbled up here may be in trouble. So they have to try something. And yeah, force the black shoes once again here. A smart move coming on Sanji. They know how to zone their opponents away here. And outplay. They know how to outplay their opponents. And that's pretty much incredible stats here today here. He's on fire. I think it's going to come as a disappointing note for the side of the agent. I don't think there's much to contest here in this third lot, but we are not going to the level 3 just yet. It's still in unharmed state. But unless they try to reset it again, probably. But I think they want to try to secure this lot and end this game as fast as they can before things could get even more threatening. They're trying to go for a lot dance here, but there's nothing much to do. It's another reset here for 2 times in a row. They maybe try to wait for the 80-minute mark where they could get evolve lot, but I don't think this is worth trying, to be honest, because it's a risk. So I think the zoning fight here we go. The evolve lot has finally come to play. We have the level 3, the final level of the lord. Whoever secures this will have an advantage here, depending on the scenario. But if the supposed team that secures the lord have majority of the men killed, there's nothing much they can do. To try and secure the lord lodge at half AC at this point here. Who's going to secure it first here? Coming in with the airborne here. They may try some use all out skirmish at this point here. Coming in all out skirmish in one after another. Mortality ball with Zaida pick up the killing spree, but Sanford being taken out here. It's going to be 2-2 trade. Who's going to take it? Zaida is going to take it here. And hard members of Blacklist have to back away here. They could go for an end here. 30 seconds on the clock. And Zaida is pick it up here. And yes, Haji will be taken down here. It's all up to Ohab and here. But that is impossible. They have to buy at least 25 seconds. The only question is, can they do it? 25 seconds is a lot of time here. And there's nothing much you can do here. Ohab Blazing Duel is not going to do much. Unless they go a couple of outplays, which is totally impossible here. They need to buy as much time as possible. If Blacklist should they want to survive. But Echo should be on the front here. There's nothing much they can do. And it's far too late here. It's going to be a shutdown here. And game number 2 goes to the side of Echo here. It's not enough. The Orcas are standing proud on top. Well, GG to Blacklist, but their misery has continued from bad to worse. Wow, this is a huge GG for the side of Orcas here. And the agents, they have been decoded once again for the 4th time in a row. It's a very disappointing performance coming out from the agents here. They need a whole new reflection check. And they don't know, we have to accept the reality, they are no longer a good team they are used to be. And Blacklist, they're on a downhill. What do you think here? Do you think you get the predictions right? Do you think who you voted Echo or you chose the side of the Blacklist overall? Comment what you think. But I'll say Echo, that is quite a good fight here. Don't get me wrong, it's not exactly like a one-sided, but I feel like they are 4 short based on micro and macro alone, which what Echo is able to stand on top here with. And that means so special because they're going back to the Blacklist. I'm sorry to say here, but it's ended on a sour note for the side of agents. But Orca, they're doing really fine here. They're having a whale of time for today, despite losing to Avery Brand earlier this week, but they're able to recover nicely here with a clean sweep. 2-0 for side of Echo. Final score with 16 points on the clock. Can Blacklist recover? We'll stay tuned to find out next week here. And I'll see you all then.